Saddle up, partners, because I'm about to show you your new dream guitars. In front of me on the table, I've got two guitar cases that happen to hold two different guitars, all from the same builder. And I think they're pretty cool. I think they're really special. I think this builder is doing something really unique and different and beautiful. And I can't wait to show them to you. So let's do it. I'm going to show you the bottom one first. So let's get this out of the way. Spoilers, there's a bass 6 in there. But in this case, there is a regular old guitar. Look at that thing. Oh, it's so boring. Just a regular old guitar. It's not boring at all. It's really cool. So what we have here is the Tone Ranger Guitars Show Pony. And I gotta say, I have a deep personal appreciation for the vibes they're chasing over there at Tone Ranger Guitars. They are nailing this whole like mid-century modern national parks sort of energy. Oh man, they're doing it. It just captures that sort of vibe. And it's tickling a nostalgia that I didn't know I needed tickled. So thank you, Tone Ranger, for doing what you do. So anyways, let's get into the details. I've got a spec sheet here for everything that isn't obvious to me, but I want to go through the obvious stuff first. Let's go tip to tail like I tend to do. First of all, the headstock. Beautiful. Perfect. It's nailing the vibes. I love the graphic. I love that it is screen printed and it has a bit of this like, yeah, someone did that by hand sort of energy to it. We've got a signature on the back of the headstock. We've got a serial number, stamped USA, open back tuners. I'm sure I'll read the specs on those. Even the truss rod cover, the shape of that, leaning into like the Southwestern sort of vibe. The neck has this really interesting soft V feel. I've played this thing a little bit. This is supposed to be an unboxing video, but I did cheat a little bit and had some fun with this guitar over the past couple weeks, waiting for the day when I would be able to finally film them, which is today. And I gotta say, like, I'm really enjoying this neck shape. I don't own any guitars that have this soft V thing going on. And it's great. The fretboard feels pretty dang flat to me. We'll find out when I read the specs exactly how flat it is, I'm sure. But if I had to guess, it's doing a Gibson-y sort of thing. So I bet it's like a 12-inch radius or something like that. Now we're going to get into some details that I think are extra special cool. The fretboard dots are turquoise. I don't know if I've ever seen that before, and it's so perfect for the like the high deserty vibes of this guitar. And then the side dots are like copper or bronze or something like that. It's just, like little details like that. Mwah, chef's kiss. Just beautiful. All the work looks really clean. All the edges are really clean. Man, it's just a treat. These guitars are a treat. We've got binding on the neck. We've got binding on the body, front and back. All the woods in the guitars that Tone Ranger makes are reclaimed lumber from local old trees around Los Angeles. Like, they're not importing woods. They're not using the same woods that you can get in any other guitar. Like, when I read the specs, I'll read the woods that are being used here, but it's like, he's getting wood from some program that goes around Los Angeles and harvests wood from like these cool old trees that landscapers are cutting down or something like that. I'm assuming that's what's going on, but the vibe of the grain and the beautiful little random knots and things like that, it just elevates the whole concept, the whole throwback sort of vibe here. It's just all so beautiful. We've got a matte finish on the back of this neck. Like the fretboard wood is stunning. I love this light stripe along the bottom, contrasting against this darker caramel that's happening up in the top of the low E side right here, and just the banding and the way it contrasts against those turquoise dots and stuff like that. Oh man, They're doing it. They're making a really uniquely beautiful instrument over there. We have a cactus and moon-shaped F-hole here. Yeah, it breaks my art rule, but I think in this case, I'm willing to forgive it. It just matches the vibe so well. And an extra special detail here. Inside the guitar, behind the cactus F-hole, he's either painted or applied some sort of black glitter material that gives you this impression of a night sky through the guitar. That's a detail that's just for the person playing the instrument, obviously, but it makes it feel extra special. You hang this on a wall and everyone walking by it and giving it a close look is gonna be like, whoa, there's a starry sky inside of there. Super duper cool. I love these kind of like throwback brown cupcake style knobs. Just every detail fits, you know? Gold hardware. We got a Bixby. We've got some TV Jones style pickups in here. Let me read the specs now that I've told you everything that I can observe with my eyes. The body wood is urban black acacia. The neck wood is urban black walnut. And the fretboard wood is urban Indian rosewood. That's rosewood. That's a beautiful rosewood. Why does every rosewood have to be dark? Why can't we get rosewood like this? Fret markers are turquoise, side dots are copper, the frets are Jescar 5, 50, 90, medium, highest nickel silver. Nut material is bone because, of course, I wouldn't be surprised to find out that the bone came from an old cow skeleton in Death Valley or something like that. The weight is 8.8 pounds. There are 22 frets. The fretboard radius is 12 inches, just like I guessed. Neck profile is soft V. Scale length is 24 3/4. The neck joint is set neck. Finish, hand rubbed walrus oil. Is it oil from a walrus or is that the brand? I'm gonna assume it's the brand. Headstock logo is silk screened. The electronics, this is some important stuff. The pickups, the neck is a TV Jones Supertron. The bridge is a TV Jones Classic Plus Filtertron. Volume pots are CTS 500K, audio taper with treble bleed, tone pots, 500K, audio taper with 22 NF orange drops. Switch is a WD 3-way switch. Output jack is a Switchcraft jack. I mean, he goes into all the details here. The tuners are Grover 18-to-1 Stay Tight. Bridge is a Tone Pros T3 BP Tune-O-Matic. We've got a Bixby B5, cupcake knobs, 3-ply aged white perloid pickguard. But how does it sound? I'm gonna plug it in, we're gonna find out, and then I'm gonna have to do this whole thing again for the really cool guitar that's in the other case. So let's not waste any more time. Let's plug this thing in. Before I play the dang thing, you need to know what amps I'm running into. So, of course, I'm gonna let you know that I'm running into the 2 Princeton's rig. All right, let's get started playing this thing, of course. I'm gonna show off all the clean sounds and just play a little bit and have some fun, and then we'll crack open that bass 6. All right, here we go. By the way, I vaguely remember the builder telling me something about, his name is Jeff, I believe. I think he was telling me that he built this to have the middle position be out of phase. Maybe he was talking about the other guitar. I don't remember, but we'll find out. Here is the bridge position. It's got that sparkle and twang of those TV Jones pickups. I don't know what to play. I'm sitting here like, what do I do to show this thing off? This guitar deserves a better player. I'm having fun though, and that's what counts, right? It just feels really nice. There's something about that soft V shape that I'm really connecting with. I feel like the fretboard might be a little bit too flat for my taste. Like, I think personally, like a more compounded sort of radius where it gets a little bit more compact up in the cowboy chord area would be what I'm used to, but it feels like this guitar just wants to have a ripping time and my hands just aren't up to the task just yet. I'd need to really spend some time getting to know it, I think. Just a pleasant sound all around. It feels so alive. It's such a pleasurable guitar to play and to experience. Jeez, I've just been sitting on the bridge pickup this whole time. Let's check out that middle position. If it's gonna have an out of phase thing like I think I remember him talking about, I think it's gonna be here, obviously. Yeah, sounds like it, doesn't it? That's a fun little extra thing to have in there. Yeah, you don't have, I don't think, any push pulls here or anything like that. So it's a dedicated out of phase sound, which is an interesting decision, but it definitely gives you a whole different sound to work with, doesn't it? It loves spring reverb. I'm just having a good time over here. On to the neck pickup, and then I'll grab that bass six, and then I'm sure I'm gonna mash them together in a loop jam or something like that. Just have a good old time. Am I going to the wiggle stick too much? No, I don't think I am. I think I'm going the right amount. I can't resist it though. It's been a while since I messed around with a Bigsby. So smooth and subtle. Neck pickup sounds good. It's like deep and throaty, but still has that twang to it. Why don't I own anything that's got TV Joneses in it right now? I'm jonesing for some TV Joneses thanks to this guitar. Back to the middle. and the bridge. Back to the neck with some reverb. It's just a fun guitar. All right, let's get the bass 6 out. Here we go. You ready? Brace yourselves. Yeah! This one's got even more mid-century vibes. It's like this fun, weird, like super light, almost like Dan Electro vibe going on here. But, you know, carrying through that local reclaimed wood sort of thing. We've got some like little bird's eye action going on the back and the front. They've carried through that starry sky and the F-hole theme going on here. I love the offset shape. It's long, it's light, it's lean, it's got Jaguar or bass 6 pickups in it. 2 knob, simple operation, 5-way blade switch here. Same type of thing going on with the turquoise inlays and the copper side dots and the soft V. Let me grab the spec sheet. I'm super worried I'm gonna ding one of these beautiful guitars while they're being loaned to me for this video. All right, let's read the specs. This is the Tone Ranger Guitars High Horse 6. The High Horse is the name of this shape. All right, bodywood, urban California redwood. Neckwood, urban black walnut. Fretboard wood, urban Indian rosewood. More of that Indian rosewood. Fret markers are turquoise, copper side dots. Frets are Jescar 550, 90, medium, highest nickel, silver. Bone nut. Weight is 6.8 pounds. Is definitely a lot lighter than my Fender Bass 6 back there. I'll say that. 22 frets, soft V neck profile, 30-inch scale length. The neck is set neck. Hand rubbed walrus oil. Lolar bass 6 set. 500K audio taper with treble bleed on the volume and 500K audio taper with 22 NF orange drop on the tone. Switchcraft jack. Anything else interesting here? Grover Stay Tight 18-1. Same sort of tuners as the other one. We've got a Mastery bridge and tailpiece. A beautiful Mastery bridge. I haven't seen this version of the Mastery bridge before, but it is beautiful and chromy. I asked him about that when he dropped it off. I was like, what is that? I didn't see the Mastery logo on the side. And he's like, oh, it's Mastery. I'm like, what? I've never seen a bridge like that from Mastery. It's really slick looking. And then everything else is what you see, basically, as I'm holding a bass 6. All right, let's plug it in. Oh, I forgot the wiggle stick. All right, I'm gonna play this thing a little bit just to have some fun, starting off on the bridge pickup. It feels like they could have used a slightly heavier set of bass 6 strings on here. It just feels a little bit floppier than I'm used to, but I mean, I might get used to it over time if I have this thing over here long term and, learn to appreciate its own unique qualities with these lighter strings here. It does have this lightweight kind of like Dan Electro sort of soul locked up in this thing. So maybe that's kind of the vibe, is a lighter, more kind of like rattly sort of sound. I definitely don't hate it. It's got a lot of personality. Yeah, I think a heavier set of strings would do it well. Should I fuzz it? All right, let's start exploring the different pickup settings. I gotta say, same like super comfortable, right at home sort of vibes with the playability here. Just pleasurable guitars. Here is the number 2 position. That is the bridge and the middle together. Ooh, I like that. I'll do that again. That's where I should have started. Oh, that C note right there. I want that to be the sound of like a local church bell that I hear every hour on the hour. That means it's 3 o'clock, right? All right, on to the middle position. Number 4 position, which is middle and neck. Ooh, that's deep. And the neck position. I will say the wiggle stick on this is a lot more expressive, has better range than my Fender Bass 6 back there, which is a very subtle reaction from the wiggle stick when I use it. Yeah, that's even a little bit divey, isn't it? I want to go back to the number 4. I want to throw a little bit of dirt on there from the Wampler bell. Some tremolo from the Pictronics Wave Pool. Now a little bit too much flop on that low E. Needs a heavier string, doesn't it? Or maybe a lighter touch from me. I am pretty ham-fisted most of the time. Some spring reverb. Number 2 position. Extra reverb from the dark world. getting kind of lost in that. I was having a good time. I mean, both of these guitars are super duper fun. Are you kidding me? The quality is there, the playability is there, the concept is there, the looks are there, the vibe is there. Are you there? That's really the question. Are these the right guitars for you? I love them. I think they're super duper cool. I love the whole aesthetic. I love the locally sourced wood kind of look. And it, not just because it's locally sourced, but because it's resulted in absolute beauty. I love the look of these things. Which way do I tilt them? They feel special. They feel unique. If I walked into a guitar store and there was just walls and walls of guitars and this was hanging on the wall or this was hanging on the wall, my eye would immediately go to it. But I gotta know what that is. What do you think though? What did you think of the sounds? Did you get a good impression of how enjoyable they are? I did, because I'm holding them. I'm the one playing them. And yeah, the pleasure factor here is no joke. So huge thanks to Tone Ranger for leaving these at my house for a couple weeks so I could get around to filming them. They're going to end up moving on. They're going to head on down the trail to greener pastures. There's a chance I might be dropping them off at a local dealer, or I might just be waiting until Tone Ranger comes and picks them up. But anyways, I've had an excellent time getting to know these guitars. They're going to be at NAMM. And I know Tone Ranger is getting their guitars in the hands of a few other YouTubers out there. So go ahead and like search. Get on YouTube and search for other videos. There are other players out there, believe it or not. And almost all of them are way better than I am at actually playing guitar. I know, people like to watch this channel for the personality and the information and so on and so on. But if you're looking for someone to rip this up, I bet there's other people out there ripping these guitars up right now. So go check out those videos, please. Get to know these things, get familiar with them. Obviously, these aren't, big name brand factory production guitars, so you're not going to run into them, at your local mom and pop or at your guitar centers or anything like that. You got to take our words for it. And I'm saying, if you're shopping for like a higher end boutique sort of concept sort of guitar and this fits your vibe, I got nothing to say to steer you away from it. I mean, the only thing I found about this guitar was that it feels like it just wants strings that are a little bit heavier, just to tame that rattle a little bit. But you might like that rattle. I don't know. That might be your vibe. So anyways, once again, huge thanks to Tone Ranger for sending me these guitars. They dropped them off personally. They drove all the way down to LA to drop these off. I really appreciate it. I've had a great time here today and over the past couple of weeks. And now I'm just flapping my gums. I'm just wasting time. Anyways, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, dislike, leave me a really nasty comment, support us on Patreon, buy a shirt if you're naked, and stay grounded. Bye, everybody.